What do you get when you take pinball and Star Wars and smash them together? Jesse?
Star Wars Pinball.
That's right, and we're gonna play it. Cue the music. Hello there, Internet.
What's up, people?
I'm Steve.
Still Jesse.
And you're
still
watching...
healthy, Jesse.
Hey,
that's
you're not
right.
Sick. Good
I
job.
feel so much better.
And you're watching the Adventures Guild. And this is
No.
This is not Fireside Chat.
It's not.
This is Game Night.
That's right.
What's Fireside? Wait, what's Game Night?
That's right.
I don't
Fireside
know
Chat's
what's happening
voted
anymore.
off the island.
We have retired the name Fireside Chat
It's
because
gone.
we want to focus on a large variety of games. Pinball, arcade, consoles. And there ain't no fire, and we ain't sitting by the side of it. So, Game Night explains exactly what we're doing.
That's right.
And what are we doing?
We're playing games.
What game?
Like pinball.
Force Awakens Pinball.
I was going to say like Star Wars Pinball, get you into it. But Force Awakens does the job too.
Sounds good.
You know?
Let's do it on this episode of Game Night. Here we go, baby.
All right.
So, welcome to Star Wars The Force Awakens Pinball. Now, I know what you're thinking.
That's right. Oh, here's Finn. Kylo Ren.
You're also thinking that. But you're also thinking, this doesn't look like pinball. I know what a pinball machine is. Well, this is our VP Cabs virtual pinball machine.
I saw that on our tour.
So did I.
That is so weird.
I know. All right, so quick rundown if you missed the room tour. This is a virtual pinball machine with 8 solenoids and a shaker motor, and an accelerometer and a gyroscope. So it replicates perfectly the knocks and the clicks of a real pinball machine. So this particular game is a Pinball FX2 table, which you can play on the Xbox, you can play it on the Nintendo Switch, the PlayStation. When you play it on those, obviously you use a controller and use the bumpers, and there's no force feedback or whatever. So this is set in vertical pinball machine mode. So that's why it looks different and why it looks like an actual pinball machine.
That's right.
But since it's made for consoles, you're going to see things pop up like scores. You might see an X-Wing fly by, a Millennium Falcon. Rey's going to come out and say, "What's up?" Not literally, but she's going to come out and say something. Anyway,
So where does one get one of these?
this machine came from VP Cabs. It's virtualpinball.com. If that's wrong, it'll be down here, right there.
Use your computer.
But vpcabs.com is also the site. But I think the regular address is virtualpinball.com. Okay, so here we go. Let's play some Star Wars Force Awakens Pinball.
Steve's going to play. I'm not good at pinball.
I used to be awesome at this board, but it's been a while, so we'll see what happens. So what's cool about this board is that you actually play through the Force Awakens movie in this. So
See if you're good enough to do that.
you start off on the planet Jakku, as you can see by the background, and as you progress through the game, different things will happen either on Jakku. Oh, jeez.
Different. I don't think that's supposed to happen.
I didn't drain the ball. Well, I got to try again. But yeah, I shouldn't have.
What are you doing?
Okay, so I'm talking and playing at the same time. Not copacetic.
Maybe I'll take over the talk.
At any rate.
Has anybody ever realized Harrison Ford, like a fine wine, has just aged amazingly?
So
You know?
you have to trigger certain. Oh my god, I keep hitting the ball so late. So you have to trigger certain things on the map to fire off different scenes. So you'll see in the middle of the map on the left the blinking lane that says Super Jackpot, and then there's a lane to the left of it that has Kylo Ren's lightsaber. We want to focus on those lanes initially, specifically the ones that are blinking, because that'll trigger the first scene. Now there's also mini games, like if you keep hitting the door to the Millennium Falcon in the center, you'll notice the physics look a little strange because it's actually like bouncing off of it or whatever. If you hit it enough, that'll actually open and a Rathpar will come out and you have to fight it. So it's pretty cool. So if I wasn't awful, I would have already triggered the first scene.
Yeah, but you're pretty bad.
I am, it's true.
Who's your favorite? What words? Difficult.
Why do I keep draining the ball? We're going to have to play this twice. Quiet, Kylo Ren. Nobody
Who
asked
is your
you.
favorite character out of the new characters for the Disney trilogy?
Ooh, well, you would think I would say Rey, which may
Why
actually...
would I think that?
Because she's like the hero or whatever. See, now the center area where the Millennium Falcon is open, so now we hit it in there, now the Rathars will come out and we can battle them.
But I see it happening.
Where are the Rathars?
Oh, he's a liar.
Nice shot.
Maybe it's after the minigame finishes. I can't remember. I know they come out at some point.
Fair enough. So you still haven't picked your character.
That's correct.
Well, originally for me, before the films, it was Kyle Ren just because I thought he
Okay,
looked
so now, I remember now. So now I triggered a multi-ball. That's right. I had to hit it in there a certain amount of times. So I was wrong about how the Rathtars come out. You actually have to hit the Rathtar hands. So what's happening here is I triggered a multi-ball by putting the ball inside of the Millennium Falcon spot so many times. And now I can hit the target, like the targeting reticule, to get bonus points in the form of millions. Like there's a 1,000,000-point bonus right there. There's another 1,000,000 points. Another 1,000,000 points. And that's timered, so when the timer runs out, like not right now, so now the bonus round is done. So if I hit more of the Rathtar hands, then I'll trigger the Rathtar minigame. But in the meantime, I'm going to try to start a scene.
As I was.
Okay, so now now Ray comes out.
Hey, it is
So
Ray.
this is the first scene of I think 14. And now what's going to happen is we need to collect scraps. And we collect scraps by hitting all of the blinking alliance lanes. So there is like what, 8 of them, 7 of them. Now you don't have to hit them all, but you get extra points for doing it. Oh. Okay.
This is hard to watch.
I don't know if you see it happening in the replay, but the game is freezing like for like 1 or 2 frames every like 30 seconds. It's because my recording software is freezing it. Normally that doesn't happen on this. It might actually not even be showing in the replay, but it's affecting me a little bit.
Just making excuses, YouTube. As I was saying, for anybody that's holding their breath, my favorite character out of the new characters is Finn. I like that redeeming character arc.
I guess I'm just going to go ahead and say Ray.
Boring.
It is boring.
Now he's
Typical
looking.
answer, right?
I didn't say it wasn't.
Lock is lit.
Actually, I really some people really dislike her as a character. I don't
Yeah, I
mind
know.
her.
People call her a Mary Sue. I know the whole thing.
I never heard that before.
You never heard of people call her a Mary Sue, but she's good at everything and like without any training? I mean, they explain that a little bit more and makes more sense with the Rise of Skywalker, but okay, I stink. But so that is the round of that is a round, not a good one,
Not the round.
of Star Wars Pinball,
This should be enough for today.
the Force Awakens version. There are 14 scenes, so what you just saw there was the first scene. So Rey comes out, and then she scavenges for stuff, and you have to collect it. So what's cool is the game progresses, like eventually Kylo Ren will come out, and when you hit the ball towards him, he actually grabs it with the Force. Because remember, these games don't have to follow real physics. They do for the most part, but they don't necessarily have to. So Kylo Ren will grab the ball, and he'll use the Force, and he'll throw it. So it'll be like moving this way. He'll grab it, it'll freeze, and then it'll just rocket off this direction. So you got to stay on your toes. It's pretty neat.
I do like my toes.
Let's give it one more shot, and we'll see if I can pull up anything a little bit more fancy.
I'm just gonna stand here and look pretty. You know what's funny is I think this was the epitome of games back in the day.
What's that?
Pinball. You know what I mean?
Oh, absolutely. Of course, I had it turned into a thermal detonator. Okay, so now we're in thermal detonator mode. So if I can get the thermal detonator up that ramp, the Kylo Ren ramp, like I think 3 or 4 times, which I didn't get it up once and it exploded. But what happens then is it triggers another minigame.
What's that minigame?
I actually don't remember.
That means he hasn't been good at this for a while.
Because I haven't played it. Haven't played it in a minute.
That's the excuse you always come up with.
Actually, I believe it's you that uses that as the excuse more often than not.
Oh yeah, I was just trying to reflect it for you, man. And YouTube, that's called reflecting. That's what that is.
Correct. We're gonna have like that one professional pinball player watch me play this, and they're gonna be like, "This is the worst round of pinball I've ever seen
His
in my entire
nose is
life."
currently bleeding. That's
Yes. What is he, an anime character?
He's having an aneurysm, but you can't take it. My father was always good in pinball, but he's old, so it would make sense.
Well, I have 2 pinball machines. I mean, honestly, for a while there, when I was playing pinball literally every day, like obsessively for hours on end, I got extremely good at the hook pinball machine, and I got really good at some of the boards in this. But
I played your hook
oh, so
pinball
this
machine.
is another mini game where the ball goes up in this little slot, and if you can knock all of those little pieces down, then you get like a couple million points. Or no, actually, I think the first reward is an extra ball. Can't remember exactly if that's the case or not. But there is an extra ball to be had up there.
Right.
Okay, so now scene 1. We got here a little bit faster this time. So Ray's scavenging. What does the DMD say? Collect scraps. I can't read past the camera. What does it say on the DMD up there? Collect.
It says, I'm out of frame, sorry. It says collect scrap metals.
Okay.
10 of them. Steve yelled at me not to be out of frame.
Well, if I can't read what the DMD says because there's a giant camera in the way, I kind of need you to help me with that.
I'm not saying Steve yells at me often, but Steve yells at me often.
That's not true.
I want to keep willing the ball to go certain places, but that's not doing anything. So, talking about that, do you remember as a kid when you were trying to like play a racing game and you'd turn your whole body?
I do.
Good times.
I think I still do that.
Or when you're playing your kid inside of a fighting game and he starts really beating you, so you have to lean forward, because the lean forward always works.
This is true.
This will be worth some credits.
I think that was that 8 pieces. What does it say for how many I need now?
Now we're talking.
Saying 1 million scrap metal award to sell scrap metal. Shoot center hole to sell scrap metal.
Okay, I think scene 1's almost done. Gotta hit that center lane. Come on.
Up. Oh.
Come on.
Well. It's like you wanted to go in there, but it's not.
Yes, I thank you for the peanut gallery comment. There we go. So the first scene just finished.
For today.
Now Ray will leave, and if I don't stink, I will fire either the Rathtars or scene 2. So far, I stink. 2 more.
Yeah, you keep getting it in that thing over there. It's like
Yeah,
the game.
I have to hit it. I have to hit it a
there.
few more times. Yeah.
I failed you.
No.
So the ramp where Poe Dameron is I have to hit that a few more times to start scene 2. Oh no! Alright, I got the shoot again bonus at least.
Do you know they originally were thinking about killing Poe Dameron off?
I did.
That's
He was
insane.
supposed to die in the very beginning.
Yep.
Oh God, there is no Jedi.
That,
who can
oh,
save
look at the
you.
disappointment on his face.
I just want to show our viewers scene number 2.
He wants to be good.
So later in the game, as you progress, aka when you're not bad, you can actually trigger like dogfights with like the Millennium Falcon and TIE
cool
fighters. It's pretty neat.
You went to go visit that while you were out in Florida, right?
I sure did,
That's right, man.
and it was a lovely
I did
day.
fun things while he was out in Florida too. I balanced my checkbook and I caught up on The Witcher. That was really good.
Oh, such a good show. No!
Let's see. Me and my wife talked. That wasn't
Aw.
that fun actually. But yeah, other things were good.
Get up there.
Oh, you know what I did do? I beat Fallen Order.
Oh, did you beat it?
Yes, I did.
I'm so jealous.
It was really
Okay, now the Rathtar encounter started.
Oh, look at
So
that.
now we have to beat the Rathtar before we can progress to the next scene.
Yeah, to shove the ball in their face.
You gotta hit him in the middle. Right on his stupid face.
I didn't like when he getting hit.
See what happened there?
Just as I have
You lost.
foreseen.
Yeah, well, okay. Well, that is Force Awakens Pinball. We are not going to put you through the torture of watching me play another bad
Third
round. But if you want to see someone good at it, look it up on YouTube, just not through us.
We're on YouTube. You want to see somebody mediocre
yeah.
to bad? You keep watching here.
14 scenes, I think. and it does progress. That you'll leave Jakku at certain points, so pretty cool. I think I've gotten to scene 12, I believe, like a couple 100 million points. So
That's right.
giddy up. You know what it's time for? It's time for
The outro?
the outro. In 3, 2, 1. Hello, outro.
Man. Steve, that was bad.
Listen,
I'm embarrassed.
I would
They're
not.
embarrassed.
There's a musical called Pinball Wizard.
Mm-hmm.
I am not the main character.
Okay.
There is a term called professional gamer.
Okay.
I don't qualify as such.
So what do you qualify as? Somebody who can't play pinball.
A guy who has some arcade machines and plays way too many video games.
Fair enough. Not well,
I
apparently.
am solidly in the
Not
mediocre category. Woohoo!
Some people would say even bad.
No, but in all actuality, I have beasted on that game a lot. It's been a little while since I played it, but you get the
It's
gist
like
of
that
how
guy
it
that's
works.
like, I was really good at basketball when you weren't here an hour ago.
Napoleon Dynamite.
Yeah.
Man, coach, he should have never taken me out of the game. I bet if you give me a pigskin, I could throw it clear over them mountains.
Fair enough.
That's my uncle.
No, it was,
what's-his-face
yeah, it was
impression.
not
If you
good.
weren't, if you couldn't catch on.
Yep, not good at impression,
No,
not
no,
good
no, no,
at
not at all.
pinball.
But that was Force Awakens Pinball. It was played on a VP Cabs Wizard virtual pinball machine. But the cool thing is, for those kind of tables, if you want to play them yourself, you don't need one of those. You just need a PC, an Xbox, Steam, or PlayStation. Go to the game store, download Pinball FX. I think it's up to Pinball FX 3 is what it's called now. So download that, buy the table. It's a couple of bucks. You're playing yourself some Star Wars.
Have a good one. Also, don't be confused by our new name. I like it.
Correct. As do I. I think it fits the feel a lot better.
We
It
did
was
it for
getting
you.
to the point where we had to literally like light a fire down here and
I know.
sing Kumbaya and eat marshmallows.
It was tough.
Didn't
And I'm
make any
not,
sense.
big. I like a good marshmallow in my hot chocolate or in a s'more, but just a plain marshmallow, gotta be in the mood.
Fair enough. All right. Well, that'll about do it for this episode of Game Night.
When you
Bum,
say it
bum,
that way.
bum. I'm Steve.
Still Jesse.
You're watching the Avengers Guild. Thanks for tuning in.
Peace
And we'll
out.
catch you next time.